Welcome to Thoughts with Evan. I'm Evan, and I wanted to talk to you today about 1 Kings chapter 1. I was reading that this morning. And so King David is dying. He was kind of the hero of parts of 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel, and he's dying. And what happens is one of his sons, Adonijah, jumps up and he says, "I'm going to be king." And he grabs all these people that support him, and they go with him, and they go off and they do some. It says here they sacrifice sheep and oxen and stuff. So he's making a show of like, I'm going to be the king. But it says in verse 10 of 1 Kings, but he did not invite Nathan the prophet, Benaiah the mighty men, and Solomon his brother, because he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew that that was not the will of his father for him to become king. And so as the chapter unfolds, you see that Nathan goes to Bathsheba, who is Solomon's mother, and they work with David, and they tell him what's going on. And then finally, because it was David's intention that Solomon would be king. And Solomon is anointed king through the proper channels, in the right way. And when Adonijah hears this, it says in verse 49, when they all heard it together, because him and those supporters were with him. It says, then all the guests of Adonijah were terrified, and they arose, and each went on his way. And Adonijah was afraid of Solomon, and he arose, and he went and took hold of the horns of the altar, and he stayed there until he knew that Solomon wouldn't do anything in retaliation against what he did, because he knew what he was doing was wrong. And so this really struck a chord with me this morning, because I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. I'm graduating. Nikki just had surgery, and we're trying to figure out all these life things, and it feels like everything is piling up on me. And when that happens, my emotional response to that is usually anger. And so this morning I got very angry about a very small thing, and the people that suffer from that are usually the people that are closest to me, my family, and so I was yelling and a tirade and everything, and when I get in these moods, the last thing I want to do is talk to the Lord, and so I don't pray like I should. I don't read the word, because I just want to run away from all that, because I know that I'm not doing the will of my Father. And then when I come to the Father and repent, I'm scared of what might happen, just like Adonijah, but I know that it's the right thing. Like I know that that's what I'm supposed to do. So Adonijah knew he was in the wrong, but he still wanted to do that because he wanted to be king. He wanted to be the ruler of everything. Just like when I'm in all these tense situations, I want to be the one that finds the solution, that does the thing. I want to be in control. It's all, and Nikki told me that this morning. She said, "I think you're just upset because a lot of things are out of your control right now," and she was right. And so, when we know these things, we need to remember the will of the Father and follow that instead of running off and trying to do our own thing. Because as we see through Adonijah's story, that's not going to work out. And the sad thing is, Adonijah had a lot of guys around him that supported him in what he was doing. But you see in verse 49, it says, they were terrified, and they all went and left their own way. So yeah, you can do these things, and you can go far from the will of your Father. And you can even have people that say, hey, we're with you. That's the right thing to do. But then when the time of reckoning comes, all those people are going to disappear. So just want to be open and vulnerable with you guys today and tell you about that, because I really think that applies to a lot of us. It certainly applies to me. So remember the will of your Father and do that, and you will be blessed. So that's just a little bit what I wanted to share with you. I hope the Lord could speak to you through that. And if he did, please like this and share it with your friends, and comment and tell them what you thought or what the Lord taught you through this. I love y'all, and I hope to see you soon.